All right, welcome back. You still watch the Breakfast Show on Liberty Online TV, and from that report, the way Haja Sunkari Sise puts together, we they can talk to our studio guest now as we tell you now this edition of the Breakfast Show today. We they can assess waiting to happen where it camper infrastructure, the ambition them way the government gets, and also compare them to that of delivery, the possibilities of certain projects them where the government they promise for do. How far they don't go for deliver. Now that's what they look at in this edition of the Breakfast Show. And at the studio this morning, a pleasure for introduce civil society activist Charles Mambu, we are chairman, board of directors for infrastructure for development. Good morning and welcome to the Breakfast Show.
Good morning, maybe good morning, Liberty TV.
And we also get a journalist and social commentator, we are Thomas Dixon. Good morning, Thomas, and welcome to the Breakfast Show.
Good morning. Thank you very much for having me.
For start the ball rolling, I go over to Charles Mambu. We done the work in the area then we get for do with infrastructure, and then your civil society organization then call them infrastructure for development, where I believe say they don't look at different projects where a camper infrastructure, and as we discuss this morning, thing we get for do with infrastructure and delivery in terms of the ambitious projects where government promise. Now that's make we get them at the studio this morning. From your perspective, Mr. Mambula, we just start first for now. How you go describe infrastructural development under the BU-led administration inside the past 7 years?
Yeah, thank you very much, Mabel. You know, when you ask a question like this, it's just like when you give birth to a pikin, a baby, from a baby whole way it grow. When you want to look at in history, it begin from the day where they born and till up to the time where it big and able to learn for himself. When you talk about infrastructure, now the foundation for any country in development, and it's also a foundation for any human being who own development. You know, starting from with parents then up to we self and to up to you young picking then. So it's not a project; it's a process. You know, which means it get a beginning and a long ending. In fact, some of themselves not the end, you know, until the war done. So a lot of the infrastructure from 2018 to now, these are infrastructure development where President Bio talk about. Now development the way they be done day. In fact, some be done even day before himself they become president, or even when he be in an army or he be in a school. So it's a continuation of improving on them up to this level. As we all know, when people then they aspire for higher offices, especially political offices, there are many things we can say when you are in opposition. But when you come to the reality, again, you actually get the mandate of the people for rule. For instance, in the case of President Bio as a president, when you sit in that chair, you look at the economy, you look at the situation, you go find out, say, some of the things that where you be they talk why in opposition not go become easily a reality when you really now sit down as a chair as a president. Generally, I can tell anybody, and I don't talk at time without number, Sierra Leone generally from independent from colonial master up to today, with infrastructure is very poor. This I can tell you now. It's extremely important. Not begin with President Bio, neither the former presidents, but it actually begin right from colonial masters. Colonial masters themselves were colonized Sierra Leone, no support to infrastructure, especially the British. Maybe go na Burkina Faso, go na Abidjan, or go South Africa. We, including when all don't travel, most of them countries then with the French then really colonize, they really build up the infrastructure. So any other government we can after independence, we are just continuation. But Sierra Leone, that actually not happen. You know, with the British, with colonial masters, they left the country in a very, very poor infrastructural state. Unfortunately, because of also we're not able to manage with natural resources that we God giving. After independence, the various leaders from independent up to this time were also not able to get the kind of infrastructure where we really deserve, you know, as a country, and we will able to continue for build on and let Sierra Leone actually clean up as a country. That has not happened. So to begin with, I can tell you, say, a lot of infrastructure in Sierra Leone is poor. when you compare to other countries, and when you compare the demand and the needs, so all gets now. I can start from independent up to this time. Now only one stadium we will get when at the Sakasivin Stadium. We don't begin for every activity that Sierra Leone it take place. For the last 6 or 7 years, we depend rehabilitator through the Chinese funding. Up to this time, we're not able to do that. I wonder if we don't reach middle. So in the stadium where in one we get in Sierra Leone, for a population where it's mostly used for age. We not get any other except perhaps Bowe, it gets more money and private something. It also have a very big negative impact on the performance of our country team, Leon Star. For over 6 years now, Leon Star not playing at Sierra Leone because we not get the facility. For the road sector, I can tell you, say, during the war up to this time, it was also very destroyed. Road now be one of the infrastructure where the rebel they really destroyed, in addition to killing and other, because they not want to let the war tank and other people they made. After the war from Prakaba to President Anens by Kroma to President Bio, a lot of improvement actually don't happen in that particular sector, and up to this day we're at. But that improvement also is not as much as we all go one time, as we go able actually foresee, because as we sit here, initially before the 2 additional districts of Falaba and Karina will be not able for link up from Freetown with Star Macro to most of our district headquarters, except perhaps Matro and Pujam. Where that one they go on. Up to now, we're not able to link up with Karinen and Falaba with a tarmac road. Works going on along Kabbalah to Falaba. But one of the reasons why it is actually slow and still poor is the fact that infrastructure is the most costly, project where any country go want to do and will go put on, because almost everything about it, 99% they are imported. When you import, you are paying in foreign currency, and that money they Salon not get them. President Bio not be getting, President Kaba not be getting, President Anes Bakroma not be getting. So you go find out, say the small thing where they get, where they do, now in them they do so. But even as of this time, why efforts don't they happen, but Bokusai still remain a very, very, very big challenge, when you look at the road transport. If you look at the other sector of the transport, for instance, the air transport, I think we'll go give kudos to President Bio, because he promised for giving a new airport, and indeed a bilan within a speculated time. Today, when you with a partner with airport is one of the finance in the sub-region. I think even though it's a private-led investment, but that one is built in actually Sierra Leone, and it is actually good, that you get in. But along that also we get a lot of challenging. For instance, the sea transport, we don't get one new ferry in Sierra Leone. One new one. The 2 way then they manage Mahera and others, they continuously broke now along the sea, the sea, and it caused a lot of distress to the passengers and motorists and where then they use. So when you go to water transportation, we get 2 private one where they carry people then go, including the president, we get the seabird, we get the sea coach, where then they do. But they were private, and then they charge in dollars. But that one where really the ordinary man and woman, Mami Yebu and the others, whether they use for cross-road, the one way it is extremely too poor. And up to this time, government not able, even though they don't promise, forget we new ferry and others up to this time as we see done so in order. If you look at the other means of transport, for instance, the road transport, most of the buses where they fly, when are the SLRTC now, and originally the Israeli Road Transport Corporation, where they don't change to authority, they don't get bus again. The bus they always they are all dilapidated. They all not broke down. In fact, the few one they where they manage for go now the provinces, you find out say, almost every day then they broke down. We will they work at 24 hours, you see. So government's not able don't get that mechanism for maintain Even though they can buy new buses, but the maintenance and the care for them by the one they wouldn't in charge is extremely very poor. So now that make it she say the bus then they buy and today tomorrow they broke down. Recently we don't hear about train. When another form of road transport, when a transport infrastructure.
Talk about the train announcement where Alhaji Fande make recently in the United States, but quickly let's just bring in Thomas Dixon, where the social commentator, as we can look at President Bill in government infrastructural ambition and the delivery pattern. The first big ambitious infrastructural project where you talk about the Lungi Bridge, then go to the extent of even bring Ashobi for go launch the Lungi Bridge. Now we don't hear but train where Alhaji Fande talk to the diaspora community in the USA. They don't even set up an agency, and they encourage Sierra Leoneans and other investors them for for ensure say this become a reality before President Bill in tenure done. Let we look at the pronouncement of ambitious infrastructural project in Thomas Dixon and the delivery pattern.
Before I go to the pronouncement of ambitious electoral project, infrastructural project, I want to preface me discussion on the fact that no country they improve without infrastructure, major infrastructure. And when we talk about infrastructural development, we talk about things such as electricity, roads. We are talking about building project, housing project, the environment. And in 2018, President Bill, in a New Direction manifesto, we made several promises on roads, on energy, on housing, and now we are into the 7th year of President Bill, and some of these projects are less to be desired. I mean, they know some of them will not see then they don't come into fusion. To go into some of these thing, the president been say under energy. He say in government inside the New Direction manifesto go on the roads. For example, he say go not to say na Fande Tokamo. Now President Bill been talking in 2018. He say they explore the use of rail transport as part of the rail network to be connected to the West African rail network. And so President Bill been say. So then in 2018, and now we are in 5 years, we've not seen any other rail added to the rail at Maram, at Tonkolili, at the mines, which is for mine project. Mr. Mambu talked about the breaches. I think we keep on blaming our colonial masters. Yes, we should, but it don't reach time for let we take development into our hands. In British West Africa, the British, unlike the French, their own policy has been colonization. The French, their own policy has been the policy of assimilation and later association. Wherein the French then take the colonies abroad as part of France. That is why if you go to the exception of Guinea, you see a lot of French countries then develop. Unlike the British, they're not being get that kind of policy there. But the British left some infrastructure. The railroad being get we been come to Freetown. And the British they may left her. Who that sell her? Now we sell them. Not to the British they sell them. Now we sell them. We should have improved. Other countries they inherit that. They don't improve them. Today Senegal they talk about electric train. We are here. We just get a train. We just focus on exporting our minerals abroad. So I think say it don't do now because other countries and they also you go to East Africa, for example, in Tanzania. These are countries also where the British colonized, but they don't improve. They don't improve past this point. Because the leaders they just make lip service to they not just make bogus promises and not implement them. So it comes to the question of Pande. Pande in talk about railroad, not to say na in talk. Now waiting the president we don't talk 2018. President Bio na talk and say they explore the use of railroad. But since 2018 to 2023, we'll not see anything. Since 2023 to 2025, we just hear it say they announce they don't set up Sierra Leone Roads Authority something where they put me just thinks in for just create another means for its government money. For develop rail, now this will country now is take huge private sector led developments. But so government not get the resources. We have to be clear. It's the private sector that should come and develop it. We have to law private sector for come and developer. If they can't developer, they get for fed way for pull the money. They know they can just now in the world there is no free money. Gone are the days of the Cold War, where you get Taiwan and China in the Fed, you get Russia, you get them free money the way they can and develop your country. We didn't take advantage of that as a country. And then 10 and they will build you building stadium during the Cold War. Well, now the Cold War not again. Everybody where they come, any government where they come for can support you. Then they come with an investment approach that we are supporting you, but this is what we want. That we are giving you this money, this is what we want. So anybody where they come for can do the railroad. Like how fan they say then the one for before president. In fact, it's impossible before president during time they don't.
Why you feel say impossible? Because like you said, don't say not only the minister make these statements. President Bio himself made it part of his statement inside 2018 to now. Why you think say it's not achievable?
It's not. It's not achievable within the next 2 years for let's get a rail we go connect this whole country. It's not possible. You know, ideas like that they start first from paperwork. Una get for do paperwork. If they communicate, una get for sign. They get for go parliament. They tell by itself una they do paperwork, feasibility studies. They don't take 2 years. So it's not possible. By the time they go do turning of the sword, this, that, they bring in materials and can develop and out of 2 years. Look like the bridge in Tanzania, the Magufuli Bridge, which is the longest bridge in Central and East Africa. It started in 2019. It ended in 2025. So you not just you can see this. We are talking about rail. We are not talking about a bridge here. We are talking about rail. So within 2 years, I will tell the Minister of Transport that me not to engineer, but what I have read, I tell you they do feasibility study, tell you they sign paper, government not get it. In fact, some of the projects they carry governments for good counterpart fund, for let government give the counterpart fund now work. So
you feel these are just talks and just political statements.
These are just, you know, in America they go, they want to talk to Sierra Leoneans, they want for let them please. You know, the feel good effect for let Sierra Leone and think say the government they do something. That's what's happening in America. But you look at the situation, look at our rail. Outside the rail being passed already take from Moyamba, Bawia, they come free tongue, go all the way line. Yeah. Tell you the constructor, you get for broke houses, you get for destroy houses, you get for compensate people. You think it's going to happen in 2 years? And as a Minister of Transport, and I think say before they talk, he should have consulted the experts in the ministry. Then get experts in the we go to advise her.
They don't set up the agency already.
Setting up an agency does not mean it's an agency like to regulate.
We say appointments come on, they don't appoint an engineer there.
Like regulate the agency. Not all this agency they can construct. And we can regulate how the rail they operate. So let the minister go say first. Now this company now we don't see you. Now I say they can run this, do the rail. On which basis they can do the rail? Is it built, operate, and transfer? Some company will say, I will come and build the rail, but I want to run it for 10, 20 years. Then I give it to the government. So we need for know the nature of, if they don't sign contract. Mark, you know, to the first one is the Lungi Bridge, as you mentioned. We've been get, I call him Dr. Tambi in a State House. We've been there for infrastructure development. He made a lot of noise about it. He even tell we say a Chinese company about $2 billion, $4 billion. Don't say they can't do the Lungi Bridge. Even go on, and I think we are in 98.1 that telling where it tell you say the bridge get forget me the way train they pass. But we've not seen that. It's just talk something on what. And also you mentioned people pull Ashobi. I know they blame the people who pull Ashobi now in anticipation. We don't wait for the Lungi Bridge for long. If it can be done on Lake Victoria in Tanzania, it can be done in Sierra Leone.
What's in the knocking gets right.
Because
if the Lungi Bridge, for example, where so much hype been there about, like we said on the States now, yeah, people been so happy and they look forward to this, even get a date when they say they go launch. After that, the discussion just die down.
because
Thinking go
all
wrong.
them promises they can just don't start discussion with certain one company. They not complete the discussion it out of anxiety, then come out and talk. Instead of them ensure, say, I remember Dr. Tambi, huge bundles of documents where they say they sign. But up till now, we've not seen a single sand or an iron rod for say not begin construction for Lungi Bridge. So we have to be careful, especially when some of these politicians make promises. As I say, you have a whole lot of infrastructural development promise with President Bill made on roads inside Freetown. President Bill promised to say they do flyovers. Say we'll be doing flyovers. The only sort of a flyover we'll get Nasa alone na Freetown when I sort of not a flyover na sort of not a flyover. I say na sort of a flyover. Perhaps in we standard we will take us a flyover.
Yeah.
Now the road we agent to construct na Ilcourt. We get that bridge, but we not get any flyover. This time President Biose say they do flyover. If you read the new direction manifesto, we are now 7 years. That is not flyovers. He said they do the road for interconnect Freetown, for let Freetown will become a very good city. He said it in now even the old roads they will get, the bridge are collapsing. They don't close the old railway line bridge to heavy vehicle because that bridge not good anymore. Then you go to circular road, count the number of potholes. These are things that should be maintenance. Even the maintenance, lot of doing a new road. Maintaining the old road, don't get in the country, it's difficult for government.
Dixon, as a journalist, what do you think is responsible for let President Bill abandon some of their ambition there and also continue for talk about bigger ambition than the smaller one the way he even puts na a manifesto?
Well, I think most times politicians say, they can sit down and they make promises. Where sometimes if they go sleep and then they echo them promises in their mind, then they know say some of them promises then they know to do. And not get for come into fusion. But sometimes they make this is the way we have to get votes. It's a vote it's a means for buy votes. Now we Sierra Leoneans, we have to be smart. Whenever politician can tell we say, hey, they do this. I hear one politician saying they pay workers every 2 weeks. You go sleep, you look at the economy where you get. You don't think say this is not possible, but one vote. Now make it soccer. Every 2 weeks you pay, we don't get that economy there for do that. So if we begin for think, with the people and begin for read them, especially we on Gen Z, it's just so sad that we own Gen Z, they now depend push other country than Gen Z them. Go to Madagascar, as I speak, they are demanding accountability from the government. They're on the street. We own Gen Z, then they nod. Go to Nepal, the Gen Z, they remove the government for lying to them. Here we government, they can just talk. And because they know say we Gen Z, then they nod, they don't put them past sleeping, continue sleeping. Now they can make them kind of talk in there. But simple projects them look like what we President Bill say they pave all roads linking district capital towns. All the roads that they link to district capitals, I say they pave them. Go watch if they are paved roads there. We are now in 7 years of his government. When you watch infrastructure, where President Bill be saying in manifesto, the reason why I make then they go party and do manifesto. Now for them we hold them accountable like a today. Say now so you be not so, but we not see what you don't do. Now this you be not say they do. It say they complete 4-lane express road. Now so President Bill say 4-lane express road from west to east Freetown within 5 years. You don't know, huh? 4-lane express road. Not to railroad where you go say you work out international experts. We already get local roads company where they even get international road contract. President Bill don't know within 5 years. Another one within 5 years. He say when widen selected roads and build new flyovers at key junction of Lumley, Congo, Cross Model, Eastern Police, Upgun, and Kleintown. He will name there. Good, they did it. Flyovers, they did it. They're not there.
Maybe now waiting with the sea with the Lumley.
No,
because when you watch, because I just been open one of the statements with former Minister of Transport, Cabinet Calon be make under this project will bring then crossovers then they yes then refer to them as flyover. According to the statement saying they make that. So maybe na salon level.
No, the flyover.
Because now that's in then Minister of Transport they say they do.
Flyover go na Guinea. They see flyover, Conakry. No go far. They tell we are like be at the same level, but just go to Conakry. You see flyovers.
Been deceitful.
Well, they have been deceitful.
Because waiting the rights na the paper na flyover, but we take example of them pleasant day.
But this na a deception. I say simple thing the way government for do. Then they do and they go talk about Lungi Bridge. Then let them make the route there. Let Freetown Force, the capital, the metropolitan capital of Sierra Leone. Let the capital force be accessible. Small road they would them for do it for connected and connect them. Force. They will go no say now government so serious. Because government no get that money, the law no lie for do Lungi Bridge. Government no get the money. Past private company come. And recently we suicide and say what other American company don't come.
Because on that side we just want to say the chief minister put up a post with pictures.
Yes, pictures.
Say the Lungi Bridge is still real. Did it happen?
We the people of Sierra Leone, we want the Lungi Bridge. Because when you connect Freetown to Lungi, you don't widen the capital. You don't make people able for invest at Lungi. You don't even make people who are afraid for coming to Sierra Leone for come. You know, we get a lot of ecotourism sites in this country. But one thing with the amper, for let we even get to West Africa, for let people even Canada because of the sea. So if you get this transportation now, in the run, people will go come. We go make money. We go make lots of money. People will go invest in Lungi. So man go they say, okay, for drive na that bridge for Kaisa Freetown, it's 3-4 hours. I go don't wake na money for car work. I rather prefer day na Lungi than a day inside main town. So we have to do it. No. So if the government they not get that money, they say that they do them. Government not get the money. Pass them for go meet company. The way who they think say government for generate we all local money, because when you look this gentle road, not local funds, not bila. All other roads where they see, all the road the way government they bluff with. These are donor support, World Bank project, IMF project, Badia, Islamic Development Bank, like this new road. You get the Toke Road, Islamic Development Badia project. If you look at Tanzania, it's a woman that's the president of Tanzania. When Magufuli died, not scrap the project. It continue the project using government-generated fund. We know the generator revenue day for let we able for construct Lungi Bridge.
All right, Mr. Mambu. You can do all over the country doing inspections based on the civil society where you they run. And when you look at the ambition them where government after government, especially President Buren government, been come up with, it clearly they show now say the delivery aspect of it really slow. What do you think saying are the problems?
You know why you invite you, we can't sit down here? Now because of that long-term ambition where you then two young lady there, now be get. Long time ago, even when we are in other institution, say there will be a time we go set up with your media institution. And we go make her in a way that where anybody, even if not president, will invite I come. So you have to first of all get the ambition. Government in, government out. They get big ambition. Because ambition and promises in a mechanism to get people on your own side to get the vote. It's general, it's across the world, not only Sierra Leone. So it's not only limited to President Buren. Anybody can get. We don't get manifesto where they don't talk about all that thing, past and present, including President Buren. But they're not able to fulfill. And just like I said earlier, when they really sit down, when you sit down, you go see the reality. One of the biggest reality where sometimes both them especially when they in opposition and when they come into governance, they're not able to understand and accept that Sierra Leone is a very poor country with GDP is extremely very, very low. We rely heavily on donor funded. But let's see also, like I hear one of the things who my brother taught, all the donor funding when they can at Sierra Leone, then they come through the government of Sierra Leone. Any donor within Sierra Leone, it is support the government and people of Sierra Leone. So anything where they do now for we all benefit because now the government in now the country in your benefit. That's quite clearly. When you look at the road connectivity, I can tell you say the last 5 years, especially in terms of bridge connection, President don't try. President Bill don't try. Just like in predecessor, they say try the little way they're able to do. You understand? So if we don't get over 3-4 new bridges, with this area, plenty president from President Kaba, President Anen, they promise people, they say, would they give a bridge, for instance, Matrujon Bridge. You understand? Manawa Bridge. That's why they don't construct them to a level. But it's not enough because even inside them bridge they also need tarmac road for reach them. You understand? But you have to start somewhere and you have to do, and there is no government when they do a manifesto, where in part like in Sierra Leone because of the weak nature of our economy, where they even able to generate money, where they do 30 or 40% of your manifesto promises. That don't mean say they not go promise, so then go promise. But where would they work at 24 hours a day? What would they see? In terms of road connectivity, actually a lot of effort from whose side President Bio meets. Instead, don't they continue with and it go on. You know, when it really, as you move now, you see there. There are some, you know, when things don't well, it don't bad for long. For instance, with the government don't get the money for do all with infrastructure. Let's just say the road infrastructure. No, you don't get them. It's every time the money where RMFA, road maintenance, fund they collect, administration they collect. For the whole country. You understand? If they say no more, that money they spend pan-fritan alone. They don't do. This is something for the whole country. That one way they spend pan-fritan alone. It's actually...
Mambo, because the country not gets money for fund some of them projects and they make people they ask why governments can make promises where they know say the country cannot afford. Let me look at the Lungi Bridge. Now with the Yeri boats, for kind to reintroduce train.
No, quite definitely.
Are there possibilities for achieve them?
You know, the Bumbuna lights, where to a large extent would they enjoy today and in this our own generation, started from 1973. You know, don't take 2007.
It's not even completed.
You understand? No, the phase 2 not complete. Phase 1 no. Phase 1 we don't complete.
When you complete, when you say something
you understand?
Is complete, when all things are completed.
Government in, government out. Then get the you know the intention for always promise. For call on mega projects. Infrastructure project and mega project. I tell you earlier on. Look, the one stadium. You know, when you look Sierra Leone, you go even begin to cry for we. You know, for we young population, at the age of we are now going to 65 years next year, they make us 65. Only one stadium I will get. That stadium in rehabilitation don't start 6 years ago. I wonder if you don't reach me do. 6 years. So you can see that we are extremely poor because if government began money. For instance, first of all, for don't build 2-3 other stadiums across the country. 2 for rehabilitate that one, not for take more than 2 years. But because now somebody in China, now in your money and in your time now you get potty, you can see the kind of difficulties where they go inside. You know, for even access with only one for 65 years old country like Sierra Leone, 64, 65. You understand? We get one stadium. When you look around there, you cry. You go really cry for this country. But again, that's what they will tell you. We will not get money for do the order. So the basic and the underlying factor for the problem of infrastructure we will get in Sierra Leone is the fact that we own domestic revenue, not able to build with infrastructure. The foreigner, the whether they can, when we partner them, You go find out say the last two, no, just the
Mr.
last 2
Mambu,
years, the last
Mr.
3 or 4
Mambu,
years.
Thomas just give you an example of a road where in believes in our domestic revenue build that road.
Yeah, no, there are many. All township road across Sierra Leone, all township road, not only Freetown. Now domestic funding, neither the biller. From Pakaba to Paanes to Pabio, all township road within the world. Now government in money, now in the biller with. That one, they no doubt about it. But because you can see the potholes. Not only in Freetown, you go McKinney is the same, you go Kenema is the same, you go to Bo is also the same, you go Kono. But because the domestic revenue where government they take for bill, and that one they in priority is too many, and in Oboku, you find out say not many sides they put that. You know, that make you see some of them potholes and other areas. We say they work on their infrastructure. These are areas who will continuously remind the government and say, hey, here are the problem. You know, because they make money, more promises when they in opposition and when they can also to governor. You see, like Thomas say, he build the energy of the people for law hold them accountable. Because you can say this, you can say this. 22% of our domestic revenue money they go for education. And that president be saying in fractions project, so you get to spend beaucoup money. So he did it. Yes, he get the own challenge also, but I think say they don't able to sustain her for the last 4 or 5 years. But the salary money what they get is very small for bill with infrastructure. Infrastructure development is very, very costly across the world. It's so much costly that not to all things. And we not can want let them make too much promises. For instance, the Lungi bridge. What do you mean no? But Lungi bridge. Then when you look at page 74 of the People's Manifesto 2018-2023, they say they go endeavor for link Freetown with Lungi. You understand? They not even right bridge there. If you look that area there, they say we go link Freetown with Lungi. But what do we know? Linking Freetown with Lungi is to construct a bridge. You understand? There have been a lot. You understand? Like Thomas say, we don't get the presidential infrastructure initiative. Dr. Tabibi did other policy don't come. They don't go China. There was a press release say, oh, the Chinese and they can't. They don't begin going to MOU. Then later we hear about the Chinese they are coming. But these are all endeavors and efforts where I think say that they make. The reason why are they making and why is it delayed is because you don't get in your money and we don't get a tangible private sector both from China or in the United States for can say yeah now me don't can I get for put money for do Lungi bridge. We don't get that person, but still they continue
Mr.
for try.
The chief minister recently get a meeting in your with people away he said and come out from the United States.
Yeah, definitely.
For work on the Lungi bridge.
They do the press release. It was that same meeting where president be go China for 1 week, where they be hold, they left China with Ministry of Information, where they also do the press release, where you and me and we all be seeing. You understand? Then later, the American issue comes later. You understand? But what we are actually saying, all these are efforts where government they do for let them get way for get on to get somebody to fund the bridge because government don't get the money for funder. So they rely on the private sector. The private sector where they get money for do some of this infrastructure, first thing where private sector them ever remember now how they pull in money and make profits. So when they can come. Then Boku they can. So some they come meet chief minister where they don't the answer. But when after they go don't do the cost analysis, the cost benefit analysis, at the end when they go back they no can again. It don't happen Boku. Some of them will not even hear. You understand? Because when they look at the number of vehicles where they go Lungi and come back, the ferry. A team don't come wait in almost 1 week. Then agree from Kisi Kisi Terminal and agree. Then just they count the number of vehicles where they ferry then they wait then they cross and the number of people where they cross. After they do that assessment, they not even provision, they go back. You understand? So that is the situation. Some of their country, them again, we say can make reference to because now we call this country there. You can find out say the GDP, the population is far higher than Sierra Leone. You understand? So we really want as advocates for infrastructure because infrastructure is the bedrock for any development. We are like I tell you now, we should have a very fine studio, you know, very, very fine by young ladies. You understand? It's because you have made your studio infrastructure very good. You understand? So, but Sierra Leone government not really get that money from past to now for build with infrastructure in Sierra Leone. You know, to the level where we also the one time. I just tell you this. When President Biuka, the road from Bo to Matrujon was one of the most abandoned roads. You understand? It initially be one taken for funding. But when they sit down, they look the cost funding. They look at her, they change their mind. So what did they do? They rely now, begin go to Badia and other donor, then for let them fund them. And then while waiting the fund, they start for do feasibility, for start for get the donor, and start put money, let machine them do like the Lungi bridge. It's not the talk less than 5 years. That process for Duan. You know why McKinney Kamakoi Road is still there, now because the government in and government out, sometimes we say what they work with, be it journalists or civil society. They're not by a real now, we were them, most of them. When they start that road project in 2012, excuse me, I advised the then government, I advised the president. The cost was about $94 million. And in a trunk road, now the government, they say they want funding for Gona Kamakwe. But along the, as they start, I advise them, say, government not go get this money for do this road. But not start, they're not listening. They put some money there, the contractor, we say the money done, and then they stop.
Mr. Mambo, like how you said they say, some projects and they know sooner they announce them. You were familiar with certain issues, gonna say this is not realistic. It might be achievable, but it will cost a lot of resources and time.
A longer time.
Let we look at this particular reintroduction of Trienna Salon. Is it an achievable project under President Bientenio?
Yeah, no. I'm not going to say it is achievable under President Bientenio in time. Then they are not going to say that. But it had to start. And they have started. You have to get the board mind for do a pronouncement. President Bientenio get less than 2.5 years. You understand? The process is the way it goes. For let train run in Sierra Leone, that process alone will take nearly 5 years. But it has to start with a presidential proclamation. And which he has done. It has to start with setting up some of the infrastructure, the team, the technical team. And they have done that. You know, Parliament has passed in the law, the Sierra Leone Railway Authority. They don't do one. For the first time since they pulled railway now this country. You understand? They don't appoint a director general. We don't get 1 or 2 meetings with them. This question hold on. And the same thing with me, is it? But you have to start it somewhere. And remember, there is nobody where he say, I want eat together. No, there is no woman where for go cook. No matter how much money you get, you don't get to start somewhere. It has to start somewhere. It cannot be project the way President Bio don't not to start them. Project the way pa Anes done, we're not to start them. Project the way pa Kabadu, for instance, the war. And not to start the war. You understand? But he able donor. So governance is continuity. Do your own. When the time reach, you go. It's not that President Bion will complete, go get the railway in 2 years and 2.5. No, it's not. For some of us who are familiar with those processes, documentations, and lobbying, you understand? First of all, a private sector for Duan. Lungi bridge private sector for Duan. They don't get ahead. But you have to start putting the document together because documentation and planning is also part of the processes. We are not just, you don't bring Liberty TV also. No, it started with a lot of planning. In, out of house, you know, and other things. And before you reach where we are. So governance is continuity. And this is what we are saying. Not that the project where President Bio say it do or it go able to do for complete. And no. Now these are the third people then. If President Bio became money for himself, and as a country, I can bite anybody say, if I don't do the road for good and team.
It go use a fly.
You understand? If I don't do that. But because that money they is not get done. You understand? He get for lobby, he get for big, he get for fly. From day and night for able lobby get that money there. It takes time. It really takes time. You understand? But it's better that the pronouncement and other preparations have been done. It's better. Better. Make it say, yes, Mr. President, you don't try, you don't make. Let's follow it up. Somebody who will take over you will also continue with that.
Let me just bring Dixon in. Mr. Mambo believes, say, if President Biobin gets the resources, then promises here where they make if not able for deliverance.
No, especially the road for Gunai Village.
Especially the road for Gunai Village. What's your perspective on this?
I agree with say government gets scarce resources. And manifestos, they know they become just from empty promises. Manifesto should be well researched. Before they put a manifesto, it will be well researched. And the president only stop some of them promises and only stop on a manifesto, and he made them address to parliament. It's okay, meaning that's the way he believes they go able for do. You understand? Where Mr. Mambu said the president say the president in that page 79.
74, 75.
79 say he explore the possibility of constructing a toll bridge to link Freetown with Stagreen. So there is a bridge there. To link Freetown with Stagreen. That was in 2018. If we may not explore that possibility, they don't begin now. In 2018, it's not just not to say just talk now. Even this rail, what would they talk about? If you go to the president in 2018, made an address to Parliament. He said, Mr. Speaker, honorable members, the closure of the railway posed considerable burden on the economy. It's led to massive job losses, created shortage of farm goods in urban market. And then the president came on, in the new direction, my administration will conduct appropriate feasibility studies for the reinstitution of a national railway scheme. So from 2018, don't talk. If you may want to institute, now they say face by face. They talked about Bumbuna. Bumbuna, 1970, it's an Italian project. The Italian government supported the government of Sierra Leone for to get Bumbuna. It's a holistic project. It was divided into two parts, phase 1 and phase 2. Up till now, we've not done phase 2. So Bumbuna is incomplete. A country where they grow. Some of the agree, say some of the project, every development get for start from idea. You get for get the idea. From the idea, you get for put it into blueprint. From blueprint, you get for look at private sector. Or if now you get for do, I get for look outside the money they come out from. But where there is determination for let this thing done, it will be. I tell you about Magufuli in Tanzania. 2019, by 2025, the bridge is opened. If President Biobin don't say, focus on the bridge, explore. It sets up a whole infrastructural unit.
So,
by 20,
Mr. Mambu say President Bio no get money. Is it about money or a priority?
Not of President Bio. Most of the things that they do, it's a set of talk. Some of the projects, these roads, the bridges, are really talk the government don't do. Not of government money. You see that World Bank, IMF, or one agriculture support project and give them construction of them bridge. We are in one for do a huge project like a Lungi bridge. You they look at the private sector. That's what they did. Tambi did it. They say go China. Then go get one Chinese company where they can do even stipulate dates. I think it was September in 2020, where he said the Lungi Bridge project will start and he give it time, say like 4 years. The construction of the bridge go done. So we are all up full. It was not done. Now, on the question of having a rail, for me, I will tell you here that within the 2 years we left. In fact, not 2 years left. Well, that 2 years we left. Next year is politics. 2027, as soon as the opposition then gets them the flag bearer, it will be politics. The SL people will also try to get a flag bearer for sale. That balance 2 years would not left. The president will just be president. But campaigning will not begin to start small. Unofficially. You go every day, sit down there, they go do visitation yonder. They go pray yonder. It's all campaigning. You understand? So, let me get this clear. When governments all over the world, when government want to do development, it's not just blueprint, it's not just ambition, it's determination to get it done. When President Bio want to do the free quality education, he was determined to have it done. He looked for the resources, and he gets it done within first term. If you really want to do some of these, may I just say, Lord, forget about Lungi Bridge. Lord, talk about the lane, 4 lane, the way say they put in a free tongue. And the capitalists. You know what?
But really,
Lungi Bridge, I tell you, go say it's too expensive.
Dixon, but really, infrastructure not been day part of President Bio priority. When President Bio
can, you put it in manifesto.
You can put it in your manifesto, but really doing the things that you manifesto.
I agree with you.
You get things the way they prioritize.
I agree
education now one of the things that we prioritize.
Top priority now education. But you know what I mean? Say because you consider and it's come in top priority. That be health, free health care for maternal health, for mothers and lactating mothers, children under 5. So, but that don't mean say not concentrate about other thing. We had electricity. The country was almost all the township roads in Bo, Kenema, Makeni, and some parts of Freetown. They do have.
Yeah, no, not all they do.
Almost
they
all.
Do, no, not almost all. No, not all. Okay, no. Okay. Go na Makeni. Go na Makama Road.
Okay.
This is not the road where they reach na the regional headquarters.
Okay.
You're not from Aneskoma in time to die.
Thank you. I stand to be corrected.
Yeah, no, and so it's not all.
So
they can just do some. The one where they get the money, but not all that they do.
As I tell you, we got where the Ilkot Road where they pass through now was done by. In fact, I remember what that Ilkot Road they start. Some of we now, me particularly, I criticize them. Say let us concentrate on other road. But today, when you pass there, you remember President Kuma. President Bioge for left something where people then go to pass. And when they pass it there, you remember. Nobody will not go to U building or the National Stadium and not remember Sheikh Stephen. Nobody will not sense the serenity and peace we are enjoying and not remember President Kaba. You don't go look institutions like NASIT, like NAXA. You don't remember President Kaba.
You don't see any legacy of President Bio?
There are legacies of President Bio. But I will tell you, say the most glaring legacy of President Bio na Kush. If you go out there, you see young people. How do they live? How Kush don't make them useless. You remember, say, now inside President Bio in term, now they will get this Kush. And the president get 2 years for nip it in the board. A greatest fight now to make we young people be effective, employable, and ready for work.
So the quality education, when I been flagship program in 2018, not a legacy for you?
The free quality education is a legacy. But I tell you that the most glaring legacy now, the most glaring what we see now, in every corner of this country, where you go, now young boys infested in Kush addicted. Young girls being destroyed by Kush. And it seems as if government is not doing nothing. They say they have 10 presidential task force, but we are not seeing action. But when you go na treat, pass na treat, any south you go, like the see say this is a President Bio, it might be with man then go call and say a notorious legacy. I mean say a bad legacy. This is not good. But that is what we are seeing now. Okay, for feel like it's just like where President Aneskoma introduced the free quality education. We not feel its impact immediately, but the rate at which maternal mortality rate they come down now is as a result of that initiative, which was continued by this particular government. You understand? We might not see this free quality education in legacy now, but I tell you, in the next 2-3 years, maybe after President Bio don't come out, we will begin to feel the impact of it.
So let me talk about the 2 major infrastructural ambition them by President Bio. The Lungi Bridge, and now don't you read the pronouncement of a rail.
So now
2 years down the line, should the people be hopeful? Say
No. President Bio will not do Lungi Bridge, neither will he do rail. In the next, yes. In the next 2 years, President Bio will not do Lungi Bridge. Lungi Bridge will not be completed in the next 2 years.
But then go start?
Maybe they will start.
Is it possible to commence?
It is possible to start.
How about the rail?
President Bio, it is also possible to start, but President Bio will not complete Lungi Bridge and the rail in the next 2 years.
Why you think so?
Because of which I don't tell you so. You get to do feasibility studies. You get to get an investor with willing for come. You get to get an investment financing mechanism. Say, hey, now this are the can invest. Now this are the get at the end of the day. Or I want to do this bridge, but I so tia wale una give me. La do. La pull me money. Government no get that resources. Look at the airport, for example, he mentioned. Not a government money. Now a Turkish company, willing and can spend the money, and now they run her. Very costly. For buy coffee chef now the airport, it's very expensive. Because they pay. They pay that down the airport fee. It go up. But that is built, operate, and transfer. In the next 20 or 30 years, it will be handed over to us. We go decide, say, okay, let give another private company for owner or let owner for ourselves. But that's how companies done. So the similar thing will be done for Lungi Bridge. That's why the chief minister met with an American company recently. It was not just the chief minister who announced it. Even the U.S. embassy, it was on the U.S. embassy page that this discussion is ongoing. It's at discussion level. They not tell we say that they can't do, they don't sign papers, then they can't do this thing. Even if they sign paper, the company get for can do feasibility study, soil testing, they get for go down the water, do everything before they go for go analyze them before they can put some penny.
Mr. Mambo.
No, let us see which side development it starts. Like how we all start. It had to start first from somebody, a leader or an advisor, when you conceive the idea and say, I want to do this. Lungi Bridge and the railway, President Biodo already conceived the idea. They don't put her out. You understand? So that's not the first anything in life. It has a start, it has the end. Now that he don't conceive that idea, you understand? It can continue for 5-10 years. But believe me, the time when they do Lungi Bridge and then the time do the railway, anybody with the right history or project document on I go say no, Nayanda is that. Definitely. Some of them mega projects where we at Freetown, they even look at them. When you go down to the provinces, the people then at the provinces, most of them, they're not the area said. You go to Mantru today, as I they talk in President Bio, they go there in Motukade, the total. Because they know the amount of people will die, you know, for cross that river there. You go to Karine district and Tampore, then people they wait and they if in Motukade they go one total because there no amount of students then when they left inside water. You go to Manoa and Kailan district, you understand? You go see, go na get them. Then bridge them always they don't quit na perimeter day in the day middle the river the rope cut all don't transform into a bridge. Then why they not them people they went in that area. They not the member Lungi Bridge neither railway. They not the member. That one way president we don't talk and he don't do one to them. Believe me, Naina they concern. A lot of them Naina they your own concern. And there is no president, nobody, including we. There are a lot of, as I sit here, as my brother there are a lot of development plan what we also don't consider within ourselves and to also our family. But we're not able to do one. Because the money not go there. My sisters and my brother, let me tell you, we will work and deal with them, don't know them. Forget the World Bank, for instance, for approve one mega project. For let una do that documentation, you know they take una less than 3 years. Sometimes it go 4 years. The road, the European Union, from Pakaba in time to Paranese in time, now they be the fund most of the trunk roads and what they talk about, including the longest one from Bandajuma for Gona Mano River bridge. You understand? For the last 4-5 years, European Union don't change their focus on Sierra Leone. Say they are no longer interested in funding trunk roads. You understand? European Union are then for the Mabam Bridge, the Rogbere Bridge, and the Mano Johnson to Moyamba Johnson to Moyamba, all the infrastructure and many others that they do, but they don't pull hand. So as we see, government of Sierra Leone get for run after Africa Development Bank, get for run after Badia, Islamic Development Bank, and many others. For let you cajole them, my sister, when we can go past some of them meeting then people then can frustrate you, a poor country. Because the time when they take the mission, they no more for let them come visit and do feasibility study. And they take just a long time. And that made the SLRA then introduce one system now through the government of Australia that for all road projects now, before any investor they can, or whether they can't put money, then go don't do their own feasibility study. They don't do their design. Because that alone, the cost where it go, and most time a foreign company that they can. For let them do their mega projects and the time it take. And we as people, we not, wise will not understand that, will not also be. But again, we can put the blame also to the politician. Because
they can make the promises.
Now they make the promise. You are no, this is what we are saying. When they come to power, they can make any kind of promise. As much as, even if you say, I want to pull God and heaven, I go tell you, say, when I become this leader, I can able to do one. Now, only when they sit down, they go, no, say, no, God, they see me, but me not they see him. You only they see God through prayer. You understand? So these are some of the things and what can happen.
If you have to
so
advise on the
things,
Lungi Bridge and this reintroduction of railway, what do you go say to government right now?
You know, like I don't tell you, the process don't concede, the president don't concede the idea. Long before 2018. It don't put on to paper. It don't they work on it. It don't set team. You see the kind of people where chief minister and the president himself they meet. You understand? The railway, they don't set up the Sierra Leone Railway Authority. They don't pass on a parliament because these are processes. They don't get technical thing where they work on it. But to say, if the government be get that money, I will tell you, say within 2 years that they done. But because they rely on an investor, a foreign investor, which in most cases, because of with population, with economy, it can be very difficult for come by. It can take time. You understand me? I can tell you, say, that two projects not going to be done within the time of President Bill. But when they tell say when they go take for done, you know they complete, and you not go complete the documentation. If you not concern a President Bill, now be put this in manifesto, now be start, now lay the foundation. You have to measure on because it has to start somewhere. You understand? And not all manifesto promises, any government, any minister, or anybody, including we, what would they do when we come to fruits? Because there are a lot of, development has a lot of influences. You have external influence, you have nature influence, you have the country influence as well. There are so many factors where they make development go fast or it also go down. And one of the difficult ones is the idea to start and the mechanism to get the money. They were but across the whole world, donor funding don't go down. Now you see what America don't do. One of the biggest donor institutions at the whole world, when you say, where Trump come this time, it don't scrap on. It's in Sierra Leone now, over 5 American NGOs, they don't close down. For the last 2 years, over 5 American NGOs in Sierra Leone, where they provide life-saving support to the citizens of this country. They have closed down because who said them pointing the president don't cut down. They don't close down. Even the few where they are working on a very low scale. You go see say they don't want to work. No, they want to work, but they don't have the money any longer. Who said the money be they come on, it don't cut down. So also is how some of these projects and they run. When we they work with her, you understand, it can take time. It could really take time. And that may continuously we can advise politicians, no matter which position you go for, not just make promise. Because when you make promise, like how Thomas Sticker, we can later hold you accountable for. But sometimes when they say can't, if President Biosidoya or any of the minister, he get your own defense so he go put on. But the general defense, what we know is that they don't have the money.
All right, let me bring in Thomas. Mr. Mambu still hold a brief for government say they might get their ambition there, but they're not getting money. Looking at Sierra Leone infrastructure, the structures then wait on day, the country really ready for the train Odoyeri boat, the Lungi Bridge, and even the cable car by the mayor.
Well, yes, I just want to go. The cable car is a fast. Open, where you look at the electricity problem in Africa. Even cable car will been so popular in South Asia, countries like Singapore, South Korea, they are no longer fashionable. So for me, I think they may have been just making that statement. I mean, like any other politician. Able set up some mechanism in an office where you say that they do feasibility studies on cable car, blah blah blah. But when you watch within the structure, the infrastructure within Africa, you go no say This woman just talk no more, say they can't do cable car. So for me, I think, say, before ever they make promise, let us focus on the basics. For example, let's take care of the roads we don't get now, expand on the one that we don't get, create new roads, instead of you go talk about mega projects where you know say government not get the money for do. Government not get the money.
So the cable cars are not realistic.
For me, exactly, but from 20 almost where that woman say the car with cable car, you don't see her.
It's realistic, but it go take time.
From 20 almost, the way you don't say 9 time, they say na 2 years don't left for almost. In fact, I know they talk safe. Today be they talk, and it's outside go they talk about cable car, but now they talk about it again. Because it's not feasible. You ever see one cable, they don't say that they draw one cable, let's do test. Let's do test from Tawaili, let's do test from Tawaili to Lomley. Let's do one cable car test. It's not feasible. Let's concentrate, let's forget about the big things. I see a Nigerian musician who sang that song. Let's concentrate on the small things, the basic stuff. Good roads, electricity. Let's get them first. We come to the rail. As I say, you get for broke houses. The rail, Sierra Leone gets, first of all, you get a rail map. There is a colonial rail map in Sierra Leone. We exist. But then rail map, then people don't build it. People don't build it. If you get for car to rail again, you get for follow that map. Where you follow that map from, whose side the rail bin they go and take, because the rail been getting at Sierra Leone have been goods them. They go and take encounter to Dovecot, even Dovecot, rail bin the candy. So you they go and broke 2 years don't reach. So that is why I say, I not see say it feasible in President Bio in time for let it be done. I know they're against person having an ambition. But sometimes if you do a well-researched political paper as manifesto not so just anything you just go sleep and write about. We politicians get for land for take seriously. And we as citizens themselves get for land for old politicians accountable. Where they say they do this. Now ask outside they pull the money, how they do it? You understand? I think this question in 2018 it came up for the free quality education. Where are you getting the money? Where are you getting the money? You understand? So, come to the Lungi Bridge. As I say, if Lungi Bridge be feasible, Professor Tabi, then if I am. Professor Tabi, na beaucoup de paper, they will load. It's not something that you load. If you see one bundle paper on Lungi Bridge, it stops. The project stop on the paper. It not ever be implemented. One sand, one cement, one stone, and your God will not see. Then go put. Therefore, so time we make people learn, SLPP people learn, then go buy, then go make Ashobi in China. Lungi Bridge is reality. Now they write at the Ashobi, then pull polo. But 2 years people learn the dance for that project. Not to say people are not to want the one that even the people in Lungi will like it. You know, if you get Lungi Bridge, where then go, I was at the opening of the new airport. There was a South African company went for do hotel. 5-star hotel according to the then Minister of Transport in a speech. 5-star hotel up close to the. If you get Lungi Bridge, you know how many employment you go create? You know how many people can go build infrastructure, people can go build places na Lungi?
Lungi, they can't be city now.
Yes. So if you get Lungi Bridge, maybe you go say, okay, Fitong be the administrative city, let Lungi be the commercial city, for example. So you go see, even a way for decongest Fitong. Say, I want decongest Fitong. If we have this bridge, it will be done. But as I say, Mrs. Sade, let's concentrate, let's forget about cable car, railway, Lungi Bridge for now. Let we do Kisi Road, it's not small for we. Let us see a way we go do a flyover from Eastern Police to, let's say, Congo Cross. To and from.
Or the seaside road.
Thank you, the seaside road. Well, you are talking about an idea. That's an idea that was conceived long ago. Both the seaside and the hillside road. And suppose for done, you don't need for saying they pull people in at the estuary, na bay, na Muaf. You don't need to say they pull them. Just do a road they will sell their properties to company we want for build hotel 5 skyscraper. Because money man then are near the sea they want for live. Then they sell the house. You don't need to can't grab them. It's happening in a city called Bombay in India, the transformation of Bombay. Government just do the basic infrastructure. People will begin selling property them. Then begin selling property them. By the time you know it, there are skyscrapers. So we have government need for do the basic. Both Free Talk City Council or central government to let them forget about them project. Go and take care of the graveyard. Do the first at the graveyard. Clean the city. Let us get a parking space. Freetown, for example, can make money, and even Freetown City Council can make money. Government itself, una try for hand over, wait una for hand over to council. The devolved functions. Let council handle that. Council has the potential, city council has the potential to make money. Who say there, boy, they go, you go na tongue for go park. Then they say let them park. Other countries who don't travel, you pay to the council. That money go to the council. It never go to Ambobo. But there's if somebody go just say because now in front of us, and they say no parking. If you want for put no parking in front of us, now yours, but not so you get the treat. You dey pay to the council. Freetown has a way of generating money. If you have a council, if you have a mayor and a council, we focus on the little things. Now the little things, even Bible tell you say despise not the little beginning. Now the little things. So now they make the big things.
If you ask the government, both central and local, for focus on then little things here, but then don't be ambitious. They ask for big projects. Them will not seem achievable. You think say they don't have partners them. They take Salon as a country serious, where you make mention of little things, so you think now yanda for don't start before we think of going big.
Yes, the donors them sometimes they know they support them big ambitious project, especially projects where they see, for example, na private sector posting for can do. They know they go near it. They tell the only way they go epuna for do technical support. Feasibility studies and can help una and do feasibility studies for una. For una use them and wo in investor them for can invest.
So then 2 projects there, Dixon. As a way of closing, Mr. Mambo believes the government has continuity. President Bill in administration might not do them, but they don't do the pronouncement which show a willingness say then go do them. You think say with the pattern government after government, with this come, it cancel this project, not to me priority, like what happened the Mama project. Any other government go pick up this?
You know, even when governments come, when they cancel the Mama project, you get, within government service, you see government go sign, this government, then they go sign with one company. Say, well, they can't do this, then go sign with Arise. They say they can't do this. By the time the same government, and then change the decision. You know they give confidence to investors them for can invest. Not just Arise. There are several companies that have been that similar thing they don't want to. Parliament, and not to say sometimes they don't go sign with them, they don't go through cabinet, they don't go parliament don't agree. All serious investors with that trail of inconsistency go can't say they can't invest in this country, even when the same government did. Coming to your question about Mama. Mama was a project. I think government, government for don't look at and then look at the way we go waggle within them. That can give investors confidence. Come out from Mama. There are other things that have happened within government where government don't decide. Say, will they cancel? Will they give your people them? This us versus them in the country will not see yourself as one. That's not the problem. Us versus them. Oh, now we don't turn. Now they turn. Now they may not eat. It's a serious problem for us. Until we see ourselves as one. Now because of now we own them now they don't go buy all the land them. Because this is why making them some mama. They said they don't go buy all the land them mama. They want sell them. They want make money. Which is a very good project, was very close to the capital. But government in your wisdom say no, will they go for an ambitious project of the Turkey to expand the airport, which they've done. But, as you rightly say, we therefore be serious in our country. If you're not serious for sign contracts and maintain them contracts, so in some countries, the way agreements don't go through parliament, it's difficult for overturn them. The only way you overturn and now you go in a court, the judiciary and the overturn. Not even the presidency can overturn. But in our country, I don't see now the president under this presidential authority. Do you remember the GTMS contract? It was a presidential authority after it has gone through cabinet, gone through parliament. Now a presidential authority now close them. That could have gone through court. Court say, okay, we order on for close. But that's not a good sign, not a good sign for the investor to get confidence in Sierra Leone. So we get for change with all mentality to investment. Not just saying that this government don't pass, but some project and they might not be your own project. But until we complete, we don't see. Building and the way not to be your start, now complete. Now go up in and I name the day. Building and the way not to our next start, like Vice President office. CID. Now next come and name the day. Not to start time. So you sometimes for say not so we start this law abandon them, it's not good for the overall investors' confidence who they look for.
Mr. Mambu?
You see, I don't be opportune for attend some conferences overseas on negotiation, for support to Sierra Leone, including to infrastructure. And me na one person, we don't almost visit 99% of all villages in Sierra Leone. I'm talking about all villages in Sierra Leone, from the western area to every part. I don't reach the end. Every week I go. What I really know, the thing we make Lungi, the name, we make Lungi, or everybody they talk about Lungi at the airport. Me from the start, I not be there in support for let them relocate the airport from Lungi. It's like closing down Lungi. You understand? Because the sooner you remove that airport from Lungi, you are closing down Lungi. You understand? So even when during Parnes Kuma in time, then they talk about that, attend one or two of those meetings and I can give them my own view. But it's not what they give. Like my brother, they say, what they say, civil society, the media, walk and talk, but government, I then get the authority for take the final decision. You understand? I look at the debate at one time, involving the current debate, where they go on for redistricting, for create another district and other one there. Initially, when that debate will begin, mean that one person will be there against. But that not mean say we will be there against the war. But later, believe me, when I go na Palaba, when I go Mongo, I be don't work at the road several times, and when I work at, and when they make Palaba a district and Mongo a district headquarter town, when I begin go there, as he say, indeed, former President Nkrumah was actually right for let them divide them district then, for let them get carried and get, because if you see the kind of attention, both government and international organizations like EU, UN and other parties, where they go there, if they were still part of the same district, like Bombali and Koinadugu, they don't go get the kind of attention where they get. You understand? So sometimes, some of them, but we will go talk through for advice who that they in power. They listen at a particular time, except sometimes when it don't go to such a level. My sister, they tell you now, infrastructure funding is very, very costly. It's extremely very costly. And Sierra Leone economy, Sierra Leone GDP, we are among the lowest in the world. You understand? No matter which effort governments, past and present, they make, we still alone. In fact, that's why, for some of us, when government now introduce a system for get hold of our mineral resources, the iron ore and others who say they don't set up a company, or they don't set up a mechanism through the mineral wealth fund, say no, we say as government, through the Sierra Leone Mines and Mineral Development Corporation and Mineral Fund, we don't want to let money now to foreigners. We want let we say do it, because when we do it, now we they take the money, now we they take the profit and we go use it for build Sierra Leone. You understand? So that's why we they call on the government then they concentrate on infrastructure development. Now the backbone for the development of any country.
Infrastructure development or the smaller ones.
No, you can't say no.
Government for
anybody you get for crip or go. You understand? That not mean say because you are a child you cannot get a big ambition. No, I can always quote me. Make it.
The big ambition. How you go do this small
no,
one?
you can get on. We get some roads in African. Where President Bioka, you know, look at it. A lot of them, you know, look at it. They go do the regent, the Liconquinto regent road. They make a 4-lane. You see the kind of traffic, but who people know they pass that turn again. They don't complete the east side bypass road. Traffic don't east for going at the what is the Lungi bridge. They make a 2-lane. You understand? These are smaller ones. So they also they do one. And you get to do the small. But that don't mean say you also go forget about the bigger one. You can make pronouncement. Then make a project. You know, achievable now with time. No, not too soon. That time. Because the process to achieve is long. But you have to start somewhere. Anything where then they play. Believe me, that team they where then they play. Like how you start the play next tomorrow, we'll get for beat Burkina Faso. By God in power. The first word then get for Liam for kicker. Before until Leon start take the ball and go put on Burkina Faso, then go tomorrow we see that one day. You now understand? So you have to start somewhere. There's nothing in life will not start.
Thank you, Mr. Mambu. We joined with this morning, and also Thomas Dixon. Many thanks as always for joining with for can talk on different issues. Then we get for the development of the country. Now we're in the breakfast show for today. Many thanks to the production team and also the technical team who supports the production team for this edition reaching. Mina Khadija Bangura, they say continue for watch Liberty TV throughout the day as we get very interesting content that we produce for now.
All right, until we meet again, Mabel Kabade. So get a good day and goodbye.